All right, everyone, welcome back into another NFL DFS video. Going to be getting into the first look build here for the Super Bowl, guys. So it is a showdown slate, which I'm a little bit annoyed by. I still wish they would have full slates, but we're going to go ahead and break down the showdown slate. The issue that I'm having here is that a lot of the value that we're getting is with the Seahawks, guys. I'm actually going to show you guys the first build that I made, just kind of based off of value, and it's pretty interesting. We'll start there. So as you guys will see, guys, I ended up on all Seahawks here. It's not that I like the Seahawks more than the Patriots. It's just due to the pricing and predictability as well. The Seahawks plays were all much more appealing to me. And I ended up getting 6 Seahawks in there. So obviously we don't want to do that. That's not optimal. But let's go ahead and start out with the Seahawks plays and really why I'm looking at them. We'll start off with the value play. I kind of mentioned this last week, guys. I thought George Holani would step on into the Zach Charbonnet role, which is exactly what happened. Literally 35% of the snaps. We saw Kenneth Walker get 62% of the snaps, and they actually split the workload in the passing game. Holani ended up with 38% of the routes run. We did see him get 4 targets, 6 opportunities total. And if we're just searching for some sort of value on the slate, I think he is the lowest price play that we can kind of confidently play in regards to getting us some DFS points. So I don't mind that. Now, again, in regards to the Seahawks, we are just looking at more predictable outcomes. So like JSN, obviously he's going to be someone that's going to be heavily involved. I think we can count on him to get 10 plus DFS points. The fact that he went off last week with what maybe seemed like Darnold was going to be banged up, he was actually good to go. And the fact that he went off in that game kind of the way he did was heavily encouraging to me. Now, this is a difficult matchup going against the Patriots defense. We don't like that. But guys, you end up with 137 air yards, which we like, 12 targets. I mean, I just think we need to be going out of our way to target him. Then the question becomes, do we also play Kenneth Walker, who is going to draw a more difficult matchup? I would say yes. Obviously, he's been getting a heavy workload ever since Zach Charbonnet's been injured. Ended up with 23 opportunities in the game last week. Again, only 62% of the snaps. Given the matchup and given where the value is in George Holani, I'm not saying he's a must play on this slate like he was last week. You could logically fade him. I do want to try to get to him, though, because I do think he's going to give us 15 plus DFS points, and I'm happy to get there. I would rather actually get to Sam Darnold, who, he looked really good, right? It's very easy to say they looked really good. I do think we want to be playing Sam Darnold, especially if we are going to be targeting like JSN, and especially if we're going to maybe be targeting AJ Barner, who I do think is a good value, but he's not a must play. The reason I like AJ Barner is because he played in 95% of the snaps, had a 74% route share. He is someone that should be a safe play. He's someone that should get points. From there, guys, Shaheed, he didn't play all that many snaps, but he did have 72% of the routes run, 3 targets, but he ended up with 68 air yards. He is someone that if I am playing him, I'm probably getting more exposure to him in the captain spot because we're betting on him to score a touchdown. Whereas if that doesn't happen, he's not going to be in the GPP winning lineup. So I'd rather use him in the captain spot rather than I would in the flex spot. And then Cooper Kupp, guys, he's my prototypical shoulder shrug play. End up playing a lot of the snaps. Yeah, 77% of the snaps, 79% route share, 6 targets, 40 air yards. He's fine. If you end up on him to close out your build, you're happy to do that. And that's kind of it. I mean, we could get to the Seahawks defense a little bit. We could get to their kicker as well. I'm perfectly happy to do that if we end up on them. I'm fine with that. But this is kind of the base of what we're looking at for the Seahawks. Again, they're much more appealing because for the Patriots, guys, it is a little bit of a guessing game as to who is going to be the plays that go off. Now, obviously, we want to begin to Drake May. He's like the one player that we can trust to get double-digit fantasy points, although you take away his rushing touchdown last week and sub it in for a passing touchdown. Not nearly as good of a day, although still maybe in the GPP winning lineup. Like if he does that again, gives us around 15 DFS points, I do think he's still going to be the player we want to get to. The issue that we have with him is he is very difficult to stack. Booty is the player that ended up getting 132 air yards, guys, last week, but 1 catch for 6 targets. Okay, the matchup against Denver was much more difficult than this. I shouldn't say much more difficult, but definitely more difficult than this matchup against the Seahawks. And I shouldn't even say definitely, okay? Seahawks defense is good. I'm just saying Denver's defense was always a defense that you were staying away from, but so was Houston, and he was able to get a touchdown and a big play there. And so Booty is also someone that I consider a better kind of captain's play than I do flex play. But that's the case with all the pass catchers for the Patriots. They do spread out the wealth. It's very unpredictable here, guys. Like Diggs is someone that not ever playing all that many snaps, but he did play on 73% of the routes, okay? End up with 6 targets. Now, he only had 12 air yards, which to me was pretty crazy. He does have some sort of ceiling there. I don't mind the idea of playing him. But again, if I'm playing a Patriots pass catcher, I'm trying to get to them more in the captain spot than I am flex spot. Same thing with like Hunter Henry, guys. Hunter Henry is playing, a lot of snaps there. He's a little bit touchdown dependent. Wouldn't be too shocking to see him score a touchdown. And then from there, maybe Matt Collins. I will say Matt Collins is too cheap. He should be someone that gives us 5 DFS points. But in regards to like a better value, I do think the better value is George Holani at a much cheaper price tag. That being said, if you want to play him as well, I don't mind that. I think Matt Collins is going to be too cheap. Chances are he plays more than the snaps they played last week, guys. So he could end up getting to like 50% of the snaps played. And that is worth calling out, guys. Stevenson ended up playing in 94% of the snaps last week, which is not all too shocking if you guys have been kind of following the postseason play there for the Patriots, where it seemed like they were starting to go more and more towards Stevenson. And so with that, I do like the idea of playing Stevenson. Like, he should have a high floor. If the volume's going to be there, we want to chase that volume. And that does increase the likelihood for him to end up scoring a touchdown. Now, guys, this would kind of be my preferred lineup path, where we're playing one of the quarterbacks in the captain spot, and then we're subbing out Kenneth Walker to play Drake May. Like, I would prefer to do this, because the issue is we have too much salary left over regardless. So, like, ideally we'd be playing Kenneth Walker. Maybe we can't get to Drake May. We're kind of left in just like a dead price tag. Okay. And so that's really the tough part about this slate to me. And in kind of a weird way, guys, I don't mind going with a lineup path that's like this. Now, having $2,000 left over on a Super Bowl DFS lineup is not a good idea. We should be paying up elsewhere. I just, like, if we take off Matt Collins, we're stuck with a kicker in Jason Myers or Cooper Kupp. I'm fine with that. Like, Cooper Kupp is a shoulder shrug play. We can close our build and be fine with that. We could get to Myers. We could get to the Seahawks defense. We could get to the Patriots defense. I'm fine with all that. But those are going to be the lineups that we're making. I do feel like it's very difficult to get to some of the studs. Now, if you want to play Darnold in the captain spot, you certainly can, guys. I think it makes much more sense here, and this is probably a better lineup that we're getting to here, guys. But it is weird to play a solo Drake May, right? And again, this is kind of the issue that I guess we're getting to Matt Collins, but this is kind of the issue. Like, going 4 out of the 6 plays being Seahawks plays, that's just kind of what I've been ending up on a bunch. And guys, if we go ahead and take a peek at what the top lineups are that are being produced, it is somewhat along those lines where it is trying to get to Matt Collins or George Holani or both. Okay, so that is going to be the value. They probably will end up being pretty high owned as some people start to kind of figure that out as well. This is a pretty solid lineup as well. The issue that we're having is it's going to be very difficult to play both of the quarterbacks in the lineup together in a logical way. Drake May here with Matt Collins, I like that, but we'd ideally would want to get to another pass catcher for the Patriots. Drake May with, again, a lack of his pass catchers. I mean, we obviously want to force a stack with a pass catcher, so we'll do that real quick. It's basically just going to be forcing in Matt Collins there, which is pretty interesting there. What's the top lineup in which we are getting Sam Darnold or a different captain? The top lineup is JSN, Walker, Stevenson, Kupp, Barner, Hollins. Actually, not a terrible build. A kind of unique one there. All right, first lineup with Sam Darnold, guys. Darnold, JSN, Walker, Kupp, Barner, Holani. Pretty solid there as well. I don't mind that. I think that's pretty applicable. I think that lineup can end up working out. But guys, that's going to do it for this video. Appreciate you being here. I'll probably be coming out with another DFS video, but kind of I don't want to say simple slate, but a fun slate to break down here, guys, for the Super Bowl slate. Some good value, which does open up the lineup path a little bit here. I do want to come out with another video. I don't know how worthwhile it'll be, because I feel like I kind of did a good job of breaking down the slate. Probably will. Obviously, we're a long ways out. Maybe someone gets a little bit healthier that we weren't expecting to be healthy. So be on the lookout for the video. But if I don't come out with that video, guys, I do appreciate you guys being here for another successful season and really kind of kickstarting the 9 to 5 DFS channel. So I do appreciate all you guys that have supported this channel. If I don't come out with another video, guys, thank you for a pretty awesome NFL season. I'll catch you guys on the next season, where we're going to have you covered with the preseason DFS coverage once again. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Good luck. And as always, let's keep cashing.